There are kids that live right here that have never seen Lake Michigan in person. Some people don't really leave their block. We just want to be about exposing people to goodness wherever it is.
People make the community what it's to be. We have to teach the people on how to make the community better, and it only comes under one word, and that word is love.
I'm Christy Melby Gibbons. I'm ordained in the Moravian Church. I'm a preacher, which is funny. I do officially preach at a church here in town, but in terms of me having a message of good news, I would say that it's deeply connected to the growth of our food system as well. Like, the closer we are to our food system and the people that grow our food, the healthier we are as a community. It creates jobs. You cut out all the middle people in the corporate world. You cut out most of the chemicals because you don't need them when you're growing them within a mile or two of where you are, instead of shipping them across the country. There's just health on all levels. So I do get a little preachy, I guess, when it comes to the healthfulness of a good local food system.
It's something about us in this area. We love landscaping and gardening. And I put that on the people on Sherman and Grant. I think that we drive past those blocks so much, it makes you want flowers driving past those homes and those lawns. You know, it makes you just really want it to be beautiful, you know, like that. And I think it is an inspiration.
I asked the denomination if they would allow me to try something very different than conventional church. So they said, sure, what do you want to do? And I said, how about a context that works on feeding people's bellies before feeding anything else? I mean, we say that we nourish people's spirits and bellies here, but we just want to make sure that all of our neighbors have access to healthy food that's made fresh, that's as local as possible, as organic as possible. So that's what we set out to do. So I spend my days making that possible here at Tricklebee. We have a whole staff and a group of volunteers that help it be up and running. We've been open for 8 months. It took about 2 years to kind of flesh out the whole vision for this and get it going.
It can be very busy and sometimes stressful in the kitchen, but outside the kitchen, it's fairly peaceful, and especially if there's like hymns going on in the background or something. And it's great because we have like the community tables, and I can get to know guests, and people sit next to people maybe they don't know right away or something. And so there's a lot of, you know, sharing stories and getting to know each other, and it feels like a more communal space for like welcoming everyone, regardless of like, you know, economic status. And sometimes I can just like go join people even though I work here, like if I know them or like have gotten to know them.
My name's Kalin Griffin. I'm from Waconia, Minnesota, and there's a Moravian church there. So we're not from around here, but we wanted to visit because it's a ministry of the Moravian Church. Christy's a Moravian pastor, and that's where she was ordained, and that's how we know her. I know her from going to church camp when I was little. A lot of times in mission work, people will go to communities that are already thriving, but in this neighborhood specifically, I think she said there's something close to a 50% unemployment rate, and she went right to the area where there was the most need for it.
One of our denominational leaders will check in on my work because I'm ordained, and this is considered my call in the Moravian Church. I'll be checked on like every month, kind of how's it going, what are your needs, what are the challenges. I always give good, honest feedback, but he'll often say, well, are you talking to people about Jesus? And I said, well, actually, we've been very intentional not to do that. People know where I'm rooted. I mean, Jesus is tattooed on my arm. We have quotes from him on the wall, but you don't have to be affiliated with Christianity or any religion to even be a part of things here. Even some of the more meditative gatherings that we've done, we have people of all faith traditions and no faith tradition come and be a part of things. Word language of blessing that we use if we do that before community meals. We want it to be a space where people can come in with gratefulness for the food and gratefulness for community, but not be turned off by this like jargon that has turned off so many people, especially folks who are maybe in their 20s and 30s who just kind of like have a bad taste of church or faith communities in their mouths. So we've been intentional. We say that we are a place of spiritual nourishment, that people can, there's like little blessings and poems and liturgical things, but they tend to be very inclusive and open, just to get people thinking about their connection to earth and other humans and higher power, divine work.